now listening to Vigilantes Radio, presented by the Only One Media Group. This is the people's choice for quality interviews, celebrities, and special guests. Hosted by Demetrius Dinny Reynolds. Call in to join the mix at 701-801-9813. For the complete archive of episodes, visit onlyonemediagroup.com and be sure to like us on Facebook at Vigilantes Radio. We welcome all. Enjoy the show. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome your host, Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. Enjoy the show.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another incredible episode of Vigilantes Radio Live right here on iHeartRadio. And I am your host, Dini. We have a very special guest for you guys, so you definitely want to stick around for that. And as a matter of fact, text your buddies, family members, or even share it on social media right now and let them know that we are about to dive deep into another interview. Before I bring my guest on, I do want to say that you have to give the best that you have, dare to dream and let that dream pull you after it. Let it rouse you out of bed in the morning, excited and ready to meet each new day. Let that dream fill you with enthusiasm and with energy, and let it inspire you to get through whatever you must, emerging stronger and even more positively committed than ever before. What is the most positive, fulfilling, joyful situation you can imagine? Well, I want you to know that it is possible, and it is possible for you. Although it may seem a million miles away sometimes, it is possible, and you can begin moving steadily towards it with each step that you take. Is it selfish? Is it irresponsible to follow your dreams when there is so much trouble and turmoil in the world? Absolutely not. For in the process of achieving the best you can imagine, you will be given the life, the very best you have to give. Well, my name is Coach Dini, and change is possible. Are you ready?
Hi, I heard you need a website, custom design and looks fly. You need to get online in no time, cause you have a deadline. With Snazzy Sites, we'll bring your ideas to the screen. We're pretty fast too, with your vision is templates where there's nothing we can't build up. We'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites, we'll make it shine, perfect website all the time. Snazzy Sites, fast and fresh, looking fine, you'll be online. Snazzy Sites.
If you're looking to create a stunning online presence, contact Snazzy Sites. We're the best designers in the business at bringing your vision to life. Visit snazzysites.com or call 980-383-8383.
All right. Today's episode is sponsored by Snazzy Sites. Craft stunning websites, blogs, and resumes that don't just look good. They get results, whether you're growing a business, building a personal brand, or landing your dream job. Snazzy Sites has you covered. Start your transformation today over at snazzysites.com. Our interviews are designed to go beyond the music, news, books, art, acting, films, technology, education, entrepreneurship, entertainment, spirituality, and sometimes even past that thing that we call the ego. Our interviews are designed to go behind the scenes and into the minds of these awesome human beings. The ones who are out there giving it their all for me, for you, and for the world. Well, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts as we welcome Troydwilliams to Vigilantes Radio. He's a man of many talents. Troy has captivated audiences from the football field to the silver screen, and now takes on a poignant role in the new drama series called Blended. With a career as vibrant as his characters, Troy continues to break barriers and touch hearts. So please join me in saying welcome, friend, to Troy D. Williams. Hey, welcome to the show.
Hey, what's going on, man? Thank you so much for having me on. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, man. We are excited to have you here and talk about Blended and other things, man. All things Troy D. Williams. So again, welcome to the show.
And again, thank you. It's a pleasure and an honor to be here.
Absolutely. So, man, just for fun, what was the last movie or show that you binge watched?
Binge watch. Man, probably Equalizer. Yeah, my wife, she kind of has me on that one right now with Queen Latifah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I've been watching that one.
I haven't seen it yet. How close is it to the movies?
It's somewhat similar, but they have it's kind of like different episodes. Like it's like since it's like a series, it's like different missions every time. So, she's like when I remember when I first saw that show was actually coming out. Like I didn't know like how that was going to look with Queen Latifah kind of playing that type of role, like with action and combat. But man, she holds it down though, man. She's very believable in that role, and they're doing a great job. I actually want to get on that show myself.
That's dope. So man, we are talking about Blended, the drama series that's about to begin. Is that correct?
Oh yes, man. We actually filmed the pilot. I believe at some point last year. We're actually going to be holding a screening, for like friends and family and everything, in Orlando, Florida, on March 1st. So we're definitely we're getting geared up for that. We're excited for people to kind of get a first look, and it's also in pitching season. So right now our main goal and our top priority is to get this amazing show in front of the right eyes, so the show gets picked up so we can shoot a full season. And, I'm kind of speaking it into existence right now. If it gets in the right hands, this is one of those series that I can see getting 3, 5, 7 series or seasons, basically, because, the writing is amazing, the storyline is amazing, and it's very original as well. So sky's the limit with this new series.
Indeed. And listeners, I believe I have the ticket links in the description of this episode and in the show notes on that premiere, just in case you want to pick up a ticket and show up. Which network do you think this series would be a good look on or would fit?
I think this would actually be perfect for ABC. ABC for sure. I could also see it like on Hulu. And then also possibly Peacock as well. But I would say ABC would be like where I really see that one going, because it's like a dark drama, and with the type of writing and everything, I think it would fit like right in with the rotation on that network.
Yeah, and ABC is more realist, family, all the dynamics of family.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's a good choice. So when you were approached to be a part of Blended, did you have any idea about the character?
It's kind of a short story with that one. So I remember Ranelle Golden. Shout out to her. She's like the writer, executive producer, director of this one. She's kind of the magic, behind this all, and this is like, kind of like her story. When she first sent me, she kind of told me about the idea. She cast me to work like on a short film that she was doing like leading up to Blended, and she really liked me for that short film. So she was telling me, it was all kind of just just kind of out there in the future. She was like, hey, I have this amazing series, this pilot for this amazing series. I have an idea. If we ever shoot it, I would love you to audition for it. So that was kind of, what it was there, and then, fast forward a couple of months, and then, a casting call goes out for it, for that. And I'm like, oh man, this is the one she was telling me about. So, I had to, do what every other actor had to do. I had to send in my audition, with self-tape, and this was, it was a pretty intense audition. She, basically, there was like 3 different scenes that we had to do. And, the reason, I really like when casting directors and directors kind of have you do like multiple scenes, because, you really get to show like different ranges, and they get to kind of see you show different emotions with the character. I prefer that versus just one little like one pager or something like that. But, you take what you can get. But, so I really took my time with this. I shot, we shot this professionally. I got this professionally taped at the best studio here in Orlando, which is Leslie Gray Photography. That's where I shoot all my self-tapes. And, man, we sent it out to her. And then, I think we got a call back for it, for the role. But I think I was being considered with, I think, maybe one or two other actors as well. So I had to do like a chemistry read with our lead actress, Nimi. We had to do that through Zoom, and they wanted to kind of see like what type of chemistry you guys would have. This is kind of the process with this one. So it was like a long process to actually booking this role. And, in this industry, you just have to be ready, for whatever, and, just stay, stay in that mode, stay in that element. So it was a process, but when you go through that much to get a role, man, the role means so much more to you. So when we actually came around to filming it, I was ready to go, and I feel like I connected so much with the character, because the character has a lot of similarities, to me in real life. So, I just had to kind of find some of those nuances and, just kind of find some of those different motivations, because we do have some, differences as well. And, just try to find that truth, as I'm going through the character development and everything. But that was the process and how that came about. So I had to audition for it, just kind of like everyone else.
Yeah. Can you talk about the character and how do you relate to him?
Absolutely. So I had the distinct honor of playing the role of Ty Washington. Ty, he's a solid dude, man. He's a family man. He came up in a very family-oriented, his mother, father, his brother, they have really good family dynamics. So he came up in a loving household, and, he went off to college, just like I did, got his degree, got like a really solid, stable career. He married his college sweetheart. Basically, they have 2 kids. And, Ty is, he's just one of those dudes, man. He's a great friend, great brother. He always wants to do what's right. His heart is in the right place with everything. Within this storyline, he's kind of the anchor, kind of the glue that kind of holds everything together. So, when you're that type of a person, even in real life, when you're like that dude that's like holding everything together, life can become very heavy, when you have like tragic situations happen, and, you're trying to be there, he's trying to be there for everyone else. And the whole time he's kind of, losing it, so, his best friend is Tony, and he and his wife, Amaya, their best friends are Tony and Sydney, which is a white couple, that they met in college, and they kind of formed, like, they kind of became family in the process, so they don't see race or anything, and they kind of become so close that they make each other like the legal guardians for each other's kids, should anything ever happen to them. So that's kind of the relationship that they have, which, that kind of creates some drama within, Ty's family, as being a black family, and then, kind of having, white friends that would take care of your kids if something happened to you, that obviously led to some conversations. So, it's a lot of dynamics, things that are going on. That's why I say I love this series, because, we go against some of these societal norms. There's a lot of diversity in there, a lot of love, just unconditional love. And, Tony, like I said, he's kind of the glue, the glue to the entire, like, storyline. He's kind of the one that holds everything together. So, in my life, I feel like that's kind of how my life is. That's kind of how I've always been, the one to kind of hold everything together, and the one that kind of always, like, when things are chaotic, I'm the one that kind of keeps everyone calm, so that was something that was a great trait that he had that I was able to relate to a lot.
Yeah, seeing your character go through that phase of being the strong one, but secretly losing it, or losing his grip, I think I'm the same way. I'm the strong one. I'm always the calm one, in the situation. But we fight secret battles, that people don't see.
Yep.
Because of the weight that we carry around, for being there for everyone else, pouring out energy and rarely receiving energy back. I won't say that it's always that way, but when you need it the most, it's not there. It's scarce. So I believe that'll be interesting to see happen, that transition.
Right, and just like you said, we're kind of taught to be like tough, so it's like who do we like open up to, and who do we like express ourselves to? So that's kind of where the conflict of his character is coming from, like just kind of not knowing where to go, with all this stuff. So that's kind of, again, that's his conflict of the whole story, just trying to keep everything together while also trying to keep his sanity as well, once that tragic situation happens.
Indeed. What will be the point that Blended is trying to get across?
The point is, we're much, we have a lot more similarities than we do differences, and being unified, we're a lot more powerful unified than we are divided, and love is love. If we can, kind of, look past race and just kind of start looking at, like the values and morals that, people stand on, that's really what it comes down to. So that's really the message there, and just kind of community, community as well, that term where it takes a village, when it comes to like, raising children and things of that nature. The village doesn't necessarily have to be a certain race. It's finding those like-minded people, they have a good heart, and, just kind of connecting with those people and just more so trying to find those similarities versus always looking for differences.
Yeah. And
so it's an amazing story of like love, man, and just love kind of conquering all things.
And that's much needed right now. I feel like there's a division going on, especially in our country. Like people want a race war or want racial tension, and you could feel it sometimes. So having a film like, or a drama series like Blended, I think is perfect, that you can live in harmony, you can live without seeing color. You could just be a human being,
Right. Just, just look at the morals and values of a person, and that's kind of, that's how I live my life. I look at morals and values, and everything else, like, it kind of comes from there, so that's why I think this is like a perfect time for Blended to come out. It's perfect timing, the relevance of it is just amazing, but I think so many people will relate to seeing this show and want to see more. So that's why we can't wait to share this with the world, man.
Indeed. Again, when is the premiere date?
It's going to be Saturday, March 1st, in Orlando, Florida. And yeah, it'll be a nice little red carpet event, so, people can come dress up, meet some of the actors. Some of the actors will be in the house. And, our two lead actresses, I'm not sure who's all going to be there, but they're coming from LA. So that was actually pretty cool, just kind of getting to work with some LA talent, being like here on the East Coast, and, most of the projects I've done have been like down in the Southeast, kind of getting work with some of these actors from the West Coast that, they're in a much bigger market, so them kind of bringing that experience and kind of bringing their swag, here to the Southeast. I mean, it was amazing just working with those actors.
Did you have to travel any for this?
We actually filmed that here in Orlando, which is where I actually reside. So they did the traveling. I kind of shot right in my backyard, so it was actually pretty cool.
Indeed. I had just seen a few clips of you in Country Wayne series.
Oh, good stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah, man. That's been a blessing right there, man, to be on that.
Indeed. And you were also once an athlete.
Yes, well, in my mind, I still like to think that I am, but yeah, it's kind of time to hang it up. I mean, you know how it is, man. You get older, but you still, like, mentally, you still have it, and you still have that conviction, but physically, the body just doesn't react. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in life, man. So I coach now. I coach just to kind of stay close to the game. But I had a pretty good run semi-pro football after college. Played 2 years with the Orlando Rage. We did win a championship that second year. And then, from there, I just kind of started, coaching, had my sons, and just kind of started teaching them the game, man. So, But yeah, I miss football, man. Like, I miss the game. It meant so much to me. And honestly, like that's why I'm so passionate about acting. This is kind of like the career path that kind of gave me. It's nothing can compare to football. You know what I'm saying? Being like on the like on that field and just ready for battle. Like seeing people scream your name and playing in front of like big crowds. Nothing can compare to that. But with acting, like I do get a similar adrenaline rush. Like whenever I'm about to make a film or whenever I'm shooting scenes, and it still kind of has that team dynamic as well, because that's really what makes these projects, these series, these movies, that's really what makes it tick, man, is just that camaraderie and you coming together as a team. You have so many people that have jobs that all are very important to this overall product turning out, being finalized. So, you just see everyone doing their job, and it's like, then when you finish and they say it's a wrap, it's just that feeling, man. It's amazing. Or, you take it to the stage, more live, that gives you more of like a sports feeling because everything is live, so you're getting that instant gratification. You're interacting with the audience, so yeah, acting, man, it's one of the greatest gifts, man. Like, it really changed my life for the better, man. Just kind of gave me some sense of purpose, after sports and everything, when I was just kind of, straggling out there, not knowing what I was going to do and what my purpose was. So acting is really, giving me, it's been my calling.
Indeed. So after the sports run, did you know that you would be acting, or how did that happen?
Man, I never did, man. Never, not in my wildest dreams, because I tell people this all the time, man. One of my biggest fear in life was public speaking. So I'm a very introverted person. So like me being in front of a camera, me having to interact with people, me having to see my work on a big screen and people critique it, nah, man. I'm like, I would have to be crazy to do that. That was my initial thought. So but then you grow, you kind of mature. I started reading a lot of books, so I started learning a lot about myself and just getting confidence. And then just through sports, you develop this you just develop this mentality of just being fearless. So like that really helped with that. And what's weird, man, it's crazy. It may sound weird, but I don't like that fear of public speaking sometimes still comes out when I'm doing like interviews or whatever, or if I'm like doing anything as myself. If I play a character, though, it all goes away. It's so weird. Mm-hmm. If I play someone else, it's like I don't really think about it.
Maybe just
you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like I dive so deep into the character that it's not really me saying any of these things, to where it's like it's deep, man. But that's what it's a weird thing that I kind of noticed, like, after probably about 2 to 3 years in acting, I'm like, whenever I play a character, man, I don't really think about that stuff.
Yeah, that's truly a gift.
Yeah,
yeah. All right. Did you learn anything from Blended personally?
I learned something from every set that I'm on. I learned, Blended was a role, like the role of Ty Washington was the most dramatic, the most emotional role that I've had to play to date. So I learned different levels that I can go to. I kind of had an idea I could, but I never had to go to those places. And through Blended actually took me to some of those places. And, so that I learned that, I can get to some of those places, if I need to. So that definitely, like, I grew so much as an actor on that. And, it's also, man, like it's a pleasure, man, getting to work with like professionals. Sometimes, when you're in the independent film market, which is a lot of the projects here in Florida, sometimes you get like maybe a couple of people that are really professional on set, but then you get some that are like, you don't know if they're really dedicated or committed. With this particular, that's why I have to give a shout out again to Ranelle, man. Like the casting that she did for this one, the crew that we had, like everyone brought their A game. So when you're in an environment like that, it makes it so much easier to create and just, have those creative juices flowing. So, You know, and imagine some of those magical moments happen on set. You know, like, you know, you rehearse scenes and everything like that, but sometimes when it's action and it's live and you're just in that moment, you know, sometimes things go a little bit different than how you thought they would even go. You know, just depending on your scene partners and where they can take you. And, you know, so I just live in the moment, and, you know, I try to go in every scene where, you know, focus on my active listening, make sure I'm connecting, and then, you know, I just react, you know. And, you know, like I said, I found some different ranges, some new heights that I could go to, that I had never gone to before.
That is incredible. Shout out to Ranelle Golden, Microvision Films is their company.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Absolutely.
And where can people connect with you on the internet and learn more about you?
Man, I'm everywhere, man. So it's Troy D. Williams. I have a link tree. If you type in Troy D. Williams, it has all of my links organized in there. But you can follow me on Instagram, Troy D. Williams, Facebook, Troy D. Williams, TikTok, actor Troy D. Williams. You know, so pretty much all the main social media platforms. If you just type in social media or Troy D. Williams, I'll come up. IMDb, you know, which is, you know, the professional resume site where it has all of my movies that I've done and everything. So yeah, man, I'm everywhere. I have a YouTube channel. You know, I create a lot of content, so, you know, you guys will find a lot of stuff on me out there. Also, you know, the new Country Wayne, like you said, and I have to give a huge shout out to Eric Gray. He's the one who helped me get cast on that one, and, you know, he kind of put Florida on the map with that whole thing. Mm-hmm. So shout out to him, man, because, you know, that was one of those things where he could have just kind of, you know, done it for himself, but he wanted to really put on some of the actors that are here in the Florida area as well. And you know, like, you got to take your hat off to someone like that, man. You know, they want to see everyone eat. So the Country Wayne skits that are on YouTube, I'm in the Don series, I'm the bodyguard. So y'all can see me on those as well. Those skits get like tons of views, man. Tons of views. So
yeah, man, I've seen it. All right, listeners, just in case you need those links, I have them in the description of this episode and in the show notes. So all you guys have to do is click those links. And if you want to show up March the 1st, we have the event Bright ticket link also in the description of this episode. And we just want to thank Troy D. Williams once again for joining us tonight. From his early days on the field to his impactful performances on the screen, Troy has shown that passion, dedication can blend to create extraordinary outcomes. So don't forget to follow Troy's journey in the arts and make sure to catch Blended to see him in action. Thank you so much, Troy.
Hey, thank you so much again, man. I really appreciate it. You guys have a great night.
You too. Bye now.
Bye-bye.
Peace to all. My name is Deanie, and I am the host of Vigilantes Radio Live. I think that we are beyond just asking cool questions and getting cool responses. I think that we are here as creatives to provide an example that you can do things different outside of expectations, because some of us simply were not born into the club, but there is perhaps a door, window, or back gate that we can leave a clue for you to get into. Life is short, but there are plenty of moments to try and get it right. Pursuing your dreams and learning from mistakes may be tough, but regret is tougher. To book your interview, email us at vradio@onlyonemediagroup.com. That's a V as in victorious. Or visit onlyonemediagroup.com. I'm counting on you. Heaven, we all are counting on you to step into your purpose and your passion. You are listening to Vigilantes Radio Live on iHeartRadio, providing you with an opportunity to dive deeper.
You are now listening to Vigilantes Radio, the people's choice for quality interviews, art, music, and hot topics. Hosted by Demetrius Houdini Black Reynolds. All episodes of this podcast are available for free download at www.onlyonemediagroup.com.